Our client received 2 cardboard tubes from her grandmother, put them in the trunk of her car, and forgot about them for 5 years. When she finally opened them after moving into her first home, she found a collection of rare 1950s posters that had been sitting untouched the entire time. It turns out she may now own one of the largest known private collections of General Dynamics posters, and she brought them to us to be stabilized for framing and long-term preservation, with minor cosmetic repairs on one of the pieces. We began with our standard linen backing process, washing each poster with filtered water and a mild detergent. This relaxed the paper fibers and removed surface impurities that had built up over time. These posters were illustrated by Swiss designer Erich Nietzsche, who immigrated to the United States and was later hired by General Dynamics. In the mid-1950s, he created a series titled Atoms for Peace to coincide with the first International Atomic Energy Agency conferences, presenting nuclear technology as a force for progress in the years following World War II. Our client's late grandfather had worked in media, and the cardboard tubes containing the posters were originally sent from General Dynamics directly to him at the Radio Corporation of America Electronic Data Processing Division in New York. Once the posters had been cleaned and rinsed, we applied a reversible adhesive to the backside and mounted them onto a stretch canvas frame lined with acid-free barrier paper. This video is brought to you by the International Vintage Poster Dealers Association, a nonprofit founded in 1996 to educate collectors and promote appreciation for vintage posters worldwide. Its members follow strict standards to ensure authenticity and ethical business practices. Learn more about the organization through the link in our description. This Astro Dynamics poster from the collection had tape damage that skinned the front surface, lifting a paper-thin layer of the image itself. Prior to the linen backing, we carefully removed the tape with solvents and set those sections aside so we could re-adhere them once the piece was stable. Nietzsche designed dozens of posters for General Dynamics over nearly a decade, creating one of the most cohesive corporate design programs of the mid-20th century. Unlike traditional advertising, these posters weren't selling a product. They were shaping public perception around science, energy, and technological progress. Salvaging these skinned sections wasn't just about reducing the amount of restoration. It was about preserving as much of the original poster as possible. Once the poster had dried and been fully prepped, we moved into restoration. Our artist used a variety of materials, layering them to match the look and texture of the original printing. Because the pigments and materials we used are archival and reversible, future professionals in this field will be able to safely undo or redo our work if necessary. Rather than choosing a single color, our artists build disparate tones gradually, adjusting intensity and pushing and pulling darkness and lightness so the restoration mimics the surrounding area, blending as seamlessly as possible. The combination of the transparent printing ink and the dulling effect of the vintage paper color are elements that are taken into account during the restoration. When you see our artists layering materials that might not look correct at first, they're working to balance the subtle undertones so the final result reads naturally. The phrase "Atoms for Peace" came from a 1953 speech by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, which aimed to promote peaceful uses of nuclear energy on a global stage. For our client, the appeal of these posters went far beyond their value or rarity. They mentioned having high hopes for further advancements across hard science, as well as being hopeful that we will be able to someday achieve the aspirations outlined in these posters. That at the time these posters were created, there was a great deal of optimism in science, which was more broadly synonymous with progress than what we see today. With the restoration complete, each of the posters was cut down from the frames, leaving a 1-inch linen margin around the edges. It was such an honor to work on this once-in-a-lifetime collection, and it's especially meaningful knowing they will be kept together to be displayed and enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then you might like this one.